What's up, everybody? I'm your boy, Young Decent. Welcome to the Young Decent Podcast. Today's topic is $1 million business. Yes, we're talking about marketing today. We're talking about money. More money. But before we get into that, I always like to go into something very fun. And sports is fun for me. So we're going to talk about the All-Star game, right? Question mark. Why? What is going on? What is going on with the celebrity game? I barely know anybody that's playing. What's going on Saturday with the skills contest and the 3-point contest? That was okay. Dame Dollar. Yes. The slam dunk contest needs work. Okay. But it was better than last year, and shout out to the winner. He did a great job. The All-Star game. What's going on? I mean, it wasn't good. You know, I remember when I had expectation when I was growing up, like, it's the All-Star game and let's watch the All-Star game. Now I'm watching, I'm like, I would rather watch something else because it's just something missing and they need to fix it quick because it's not okay. Let's talk about the Lakers. Do the Lakers have a chance? Can they take it all? Will they make the play-in? Will they make the playoffs? Can LeBron James take them to another title? I'm not even going to touch that topic. I know y'all getting fired up and y'all probably asking me to watch your words, watch what you say. So, all right, so let's change the topic. Russell Westbrook goes to the Clippers. I really like this because I wrote something down. Russell Westbrook needed a reboot. He needed a chance to start over from the Lakers. In his first game, he had 17 points, 14 assists, and nobody was trying to clown him, and everyone was celebrating him. It's amazing what a change will do in your life with a reboot, with a reset, a restart, and a renew. So that leads me to talk about my new CD, Reboot. Reboot is my musical journal. It's my musical journal, probably the most personal I've ever been in my life. There's a poem I wrote called Who Am I? And it goes, I'm an artist, unrestricted, unlimited. I express myself freely. I go into a lot of stuff. I'm not sure if that's going to make the cut, but this is a season where I just kind of just let everybody know what's on my mind, not try to just pretend, you know, and just not say things that really need to be said. Here's a question. What do you do when everything that you are familiar with is gone? What do you do when everything that you're familiar with is gone? Your friendships, things that you're familiar with, relationships, friendships, the job, the community, the location. What do? You start over. The title came from my brother Mike. I came to him one day and I was like, hey bro, I have the title for my new project. It's called Starting Over. He said, what are you, 50, 60 years old? What do you mean starting over? So I had a time to think about it and I was like, you know what? He's right. Let me go to the dictionary, find some synonyms. And I was looking and then I finally saw the word reboot and I looked it up. And rebooting your life is about making your current situation better. It's about being that change that you want to see, I guess, you know? And so I went with Reboot. I was like, well, starting over sounds a little old school. Do you know that relationships can change? And you may not even know that it's changed. You still think there's blank. You still think that there's a love, that you're still cool, that you didn't miss a beat and you could just pick up where you left off, but that may not be the case, right? You still think that there's blank. You fill in the blank. You think there's blank there, but it's gone. You have to have discernment and awareness that friendship, that can be a friendship, a marriage, or in any relationship. Doing this project, I realized that I could not be people focused. It started out that way. I started kind of thinking about everything, and it became so people focused. Kind of like if I was one of the rappers and I wanted to do a diss record, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna say this about you, and I'm like, I can't approach this song the way that I'm approaching it, reboot, start over. I can't approach it. I was like, man, first verse is gonna be about this person, next verse is gonna be about that person, the bridge. I was like, nah, that it has to be rooted in love. First of all, it has to be rooted in love, and that became more of my focus. So it started out people focused, but I realized I needed to be God focused. I needed to be promise focused, promised land focused. I needed to see the destination and where I wanted to go and not look back at people, right? Because then it's kind of like they win, the haters win, the naysayers win, the people that don't wish me well, and you know who you are, they win. So I said, all right, I won't keep it people focused. I'll make it more God focused. So when does my project come out? Right now it's in the mix and master stage, and then it goes to distribution and then administrative work. So that is the stage we're in. I hope to release the cover soon. I'm excited about this project. This is my musical journal, what's on my mind, what's on my heart, and I did not drop the ball on this one. This encourages people, but it's my way of expressing myself. Who am I? I'm an artist, unrestricted, unlimited. I express myself freely, okay? So we have come to the portion of today's show where we talk about $1 million business. $1 million business. Let's get into it. $1 million business. So the first question I want to lead with is, why do music artists fail? Now, today is not going to be about numbers, like very technical, like numbers and do this and strategy. It's a conversation, and I need other artists to chime in. So if you're listening, drop something in the comments, okay? And if you want to be on my podcast and you're a credible artist, hit me up and let's have a conversation. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about $1 million business. Let's talk about what's keeping people back. Let's talk about not repeating cycles and how to break them and how to finally break through. Okay, because that's the time where we at, right? We need a breakthrough, right? So we're talking about $1 million business. Why do music artists fail? And I will not limit it. Why do all other artists fail too? Painters, filmmakers, podcasters, whoever you are. We want to talk about why do you fail. So we're going to start it out by saying You need to do something different. If it's not working and you keep doing it time and time again, it's time to change it. Okay? So this is my kind of, I believe it's a fact. It's my opinion. I didn't do like strict research, but I'm gonna say that artists spend 90% of their effort creating. Artists spend about 90% of their effort creating and about 10% putting it into business. 10% into business. You can have the greatest product in the world, but if nobody knows about it, what's the point? If nobody knows about it, it doesn't bring the results that you want. And we want results, right? I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to the community. And wherever you are watching around the world, we want results. Don't just rely on social media, Instagram, YouTube, etc. Your marketing can be traditional, but it must also be outside the box thinking. You gotta try to tap into something different, things that other people are not doing. That's gonna take brainstorming. That's gonna take you sitting with your pen and pad in silence for a while to think about something. Be quiet for a while. Be still and wait for that revelation, that wisdom on how to move forward, right? All right. So here are some traditional ways to market. Here we go. Traditional ways to market. DJs, radio stations, performances, street performances, word of mouth, street teaming, local businesses that play music in the background. Are we doing these steps? Social media, everyone's doing that, but is it strategic? Newspaper ads, local television ads. So for the listening audience, if anyone has more ways to market, then please leave them in the comments so everyone can see and we can all have this discussion. So here's an epic fail, right? So here's an epic fail. I was talking to a gentleman some time ago, and he was telling me how he put out 10 albums. And I'm thinking, as an independent artist, and it might have been more, why are you putting out like 10 albums? To me, that's bad marketing and that's bad business for an independent artist, because it's bad business because you're losing money. You're putting so much money into making an album, right? Did you market that to the maximum potential? Did you treat that album like it was a sponge, figuratively speaking? Did you squeeze everything out of that first project? You know, think about the states you never tapped into. Think about the countries you've never tapped into. Think about all of the new potential supporters you have not tapped into yet. Here's my advice. Put out singles and EPs. Put out shorter formed work. Because number one, as independent artists, we have to do our best to save money and work smarter. We have to try to work smarter, not harder. So you can put out an album. I'm not saying don't put out albums. What I'm saying is it is more beneficial. This is my opinion. Put it in the comments if you disagree. It's my opinion to put out singles, put out EPs, 3 to 4 to maybe 6 song projects. Now you can stretch that longer, right? You can work that. You can cut back money. It costs to master. It costs to mix. It costs to studio time. that cost. So now you can stretch it out more. You can go more long distance. You're not as worn out. You're not as tired. You're saving your energy. You're working smarter. You're not working harder, right? So I really need to book a guest for next time. I need to book somebody because we got to talk about this. We can't keep repeating cycles. Something has to change, right? And I'm talking to myself. What am I not doing? Right? What was I doing before? Not saying it didn't work, but it didn't break through. You know what I'm saying? All right, I get a new start. What can I do this time? What can you do this time? These are the things we got to think about, right? And keep coming up with new creative, innovative ideas, right? So we've reached the final thought of the day. The $1 million business episode. We're going to have a part 2, but we've reached the final thought of the day. And this thought is actually a word of encouragement for all of my creative people out there, whoever's watching. Here's a word of encouragement. Final thought of the day. And here it is. Whatever dream you have, don't give up. Keep fighting. Keep believing. Keep pushing. Don't give up. Take it one step at a time. Use all the resources that you have at your disposal. Family, friends, social media, tapping into local businesses. You have a lot of resources. Do you know about them? Tap in. Use all the resources that you have at your disposal. And do not think you can do it alone. Don't think you can do it alone. We need people. Tap in. Don't try to build a house by yourself. We all need people. Keep on nurturing your gift. Keep on nurturing your $1 million business. Keep on nurturing your $1 million business. Make sure you're watering it every day, giving it sunlight. All right, so I just want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you for everyone for your continued support. Please hit the like button, subscribe. I love you. It's your boy, Young Decent. This is the Young Decent Podcast. Until next time. Peace.